Hey everybody, so today we're going to be looking at Sword and Shield booster boxes and cards for the month of September 2024. Some stuff's going up, but most stuff's going down. It's not really a good month for Sword and Shield, so base set we'll start off with at $304.32 on average, up a couple percentage points actually. If we look at, the longer term chart, Sword and Shield base is slowly moving up. It's good to see it's in that $300 range now. If we look at most recent sales, unopened from the 12th couple days ago, $335. And then before then, these are all loose packs, I believe. So before then, 290 and then 340. So it is averaging out to be over $300 at this point. Rebel Clash up a percentage point as well, slowly moving up over time. Nothing too crazy there. Darkness Ablaze also up a couple of percentage points, now into the mid 150s almost, 153.77. Most recent sales 156.92, 156.93 over the past couple days there. And then Vivid Voltage, actually a really good month for Vivid Voltage, up to 142.49, basically back to MSRP again at this point, up 6.26%, with most recent sales being around 140, 135, 150 actually on the 13th as well, 135. So, in that range. Next up, we have Battle Styles, again up 3.28% to 133. Kind of surprised Battle Styles hasn't been moving as much. I kind of figured it would be up into this 150 range now, kind of along with Darkness Ablaze. But correct me if I'm wrong, I do think this came back into stock on the Pokemon Center at one point. Maybe it's still back in stock, I'm not too sure. But, eventually Battle Styles will continue to move up. But we are seeing that the secondary market is valuing it in this range around the mid to low 130s. Chilling Reign down 1.68% on the month, sitting around 207. So this box definitely is one of those that has been crushed as of late. Most recent sales 193.96, 193.96. That was both yesterday and then yesterday as well 201, 209, basically 210. So in that range between 200 and 210. Evolving Skies, this one again sitting pretty flat around that $700 mark. A lot of those people saying that Evolving Skies is going to be $1,000 by the end of the year, they seem to be quite quiet as of late. And, that's not me throwing shade, but to me, this isn't super surprising. I kind of think that Evolving Skies is going to sit in this range for a while, but we will see it eventually move up. So if you're holding Evolving Skies, don't worry too much. But yeah, today $690, yesterday $690. So it's in that range right now. Fusion Strike, this is the box that's probably been hit the hardest, down to around $210, down 11.18% on the month. As you can see, 6-month chart, it was really flat. It's just taking a nosedive now. But you're still up really big on the year, so don't be too upset with that. Most recent sales, 213.98, 214 basically, and that's from yesterday and day before that. So there you go. Brilliant Stars, again, down 1.59%. Nothing too major here, sitting around that 180 mark. And most recent sales do confirm that as well. Astral Radiance, again, down 1% as well, 1.24%, sitting in the mid 160s. Most recent sales, 154, 161, 185. So a little bit all over the place, but it's averaging out. Lost Origin, down 5% on the month, sitting around 205. Definitely a good sign to see Lost Origin above $200 again, but I don't think we're going to see Lost Origin push into that 240, 250 range again for a while, but it'll slowly move up over time. No big worries there. Again, sale from today, $210. Yesterday, $210 as well, 195, 202. So it is selling in that range. And then finally, Silver Tempest still in stock in the Pokemon Center, sitting around 155. Down 6.29% on the month. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if this moves up once it sells out on the Pokemon Center, which I do imagine will happen this year, but who knows. Sales yesterday, 155, 160, and 143, and another one for 158. So there you guys go. And just to look at a few cards as well, the Snorlax from base set has been getting crushed, down 8.2% on the month. If we look at the 1-year chart, obviously this card was pumped up very large into the $50 range. So it's come down about 20%, 18% since its high. And it was sitting like around $25, $30 for the longest time. Definitely got a massive spike, and it's coming back down to a more normalized price. The Pikachu from Vivid Voltage down 3.5% essentially on the month, still sitting over $100 at 113. So I think that is a good sign. and most recent sales do kind of confirm that. So 104, 117, 103, it's definitely still in that range. The Blaziken sitting flat on the month, 292, 293. Again, this card was over $400 at its peak and has just been absolutely crushed. If you look at the 1 year graph though, you're still up huge. So again, if you bought back here, at the end of last year, early this year, don't be too upset. But if you bought in maybe around the $400 mark, you're probably not too happy with this. Same thing with the Moltres from Chilling Reign, down 5% on the month to around $130. Again, this card had a massive spike up to around 180, and since then it's come back down to earth. The Umbreon from Evolving Skies actually up 3.85% on the month, sitting around that 875 mark. This is good to see. I think most recent sales as well, $900, $870, almost $1,100 as well. These are all from today, $975, $850. So again, you got a near mint sale for under $500 4 days ago. So all over the place again, as the Moonbreon kind of is expected to be. But definitely some sales over $1,000 as well. The Rayquaza up 2.72% as well. And again, this card is under $400. It did have a spike, I believe, up to around almost $550 at its peak, and it's now back down to around $400. And most recent sales, I do believe, kind of confirm that. So $379.50 from today. $300 is a bit low, but that is a light played. Near mint, $530. $400, $390. So it is in that range still. The Leafeon as well. This one's actually down 6.14% on the month, sitting around $275. And again, this one had its high around $355. So it's come down from its high. The Charizard from Brilliant Stars up 5.05% on the month, sitting around $130. This one, I believe, had its peak actually around $160, something like that. Almost $200 actually. So, I'm wrong about that. So definitely down from its peak of around $200. That's when Brilliant Stars went out too. So, it was kind of the combination of all the alt arts taking off and, Brilliant Stars selling out that it had its peak. But, selling around $130, not terrible there. The Machamp kind of in a similar situation from Astral Radiance, down, almost 1 percentage point on the month. Again, it had a massive peak as well to around $200, but it's back down to that 125, 130 range. The Giratina V from Lost Origin, second last card we're going to look at. This one's still getting crushed, down 8.89% on the month to around $335. This again, at one point, was the second most expensive card in actually, no, sorry. I think the Rayquaza is still higher. Correct me if I'm wrong. $335. Let me find it here. And the Rayquaza is over $400. So definitely not the second most expensive anymore, but it was at one point up to around $480, $500 at its peak. Now around $330, and it is selling in that range as well. And then finally, the Lugia from Silver Tempest. Obviously Silver Tempest boxes are down, Lugia is down as well. 5.86% on the month to the mid 160s. It had its peak around 220, 230, yep. And it is selling in this range now of 150, 155. Some sales up to around 170. So there you guys go. That is going to be your update for the month of September. I think there definitely is some deals on Sword and Shield stuff to be found, especially with Fusion Strike. If you're finding around 210, I don't think that's terrible long term. And Chilling Reign as well. If you can find it under $200, I think that's almost a no-brainer as well on a couple of these sets. So, as things just we aren't in a boom cycle right now. No one's really super excited about Sword and Shield. A lot of that happened earlier this year, but there are going to be opportunities. Just keep your eyes peeled. And I'll have more videos coming for you guys soon. So thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.